CIT 1123 Packet Tracer Instructional Video 5412. Configuring extended ACLs, Scenario 1. There's a Scenario 1 and a Scenario 2. This is Scenario 1. We're going to do two axis control lists. They are both extended. One will be a numbered. We'll do that on the left-hand side. One will be a named. We'll do that on the right-hand side. They're both basically doing the same thing. So we're going to show you how to do the same thing twice. The one difference is we're going to be filtering based on services. So on the left-hand side, PC1 is going to get a permit statement to use the server's FTP, the FTP service on the server, and also it will be able to ping the server. And PC2 here will be allowed to use the web service on the server and also be able to ping it. But when we're done, PC1 and 2 will not be able to ping each other when this is over. Just for fun, let's open up this machine here, and we can do a quick IP config, and you can see its address is 172.22.34.66, and over here is 172.22.34.98. So we'll do a ping 172.22.34.98, and let's see what happens. And this ping should be successful. And there it is. And then when we finish the lab, we'll see that it's not successful anymore. And you'll see that all the other stuff that we did set up is permit statements, and they will work. So very quickly, a permit statement on the left, a permit statement on the right. We're going to post these access control lists on router 1 on G00 and G01. When we do extended access lists, we put them as close to the source network as possible. So put them as close to the source as possible. It would be inbound on these two interfaces. All right, let's get started. Take a look at router 1. CLI, I'm going to extend this out just a wee bit here. And let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up this access list here for G0/0 on the inbound way. And the thing is, they stretch this command line out like really far. So I'm just going to scroll down to the whole statement, which is actually, oh my gosh, is all the way down here. This is the statement that we're actually going to type in, and I'm just going to talk through it all at once. So let's get a look at that. So it's access list 100. So we're going to start with that. So ACCESS 100. So it's an IPv4 extended ACL. I know that because the numbers between 100 and 199 would be set aside for that. This first statement is going to be a permit statement, and we're going to permit TCP traffic. So this particular access list is going to, at least this particular statement line, it's going to be looking at the segment header and checking for port values. TCP, if it's TCP or UDP, we're going to take a peek into the segment header. If it's IP, we're not even going to look at the segment header. We're only going to look at the packet header, and we'll do our filtering based on the packet header only. The packet header, of course, has the source and destination IP addresses, which is what we're about to put in next. So what we want to do next is put in the source. Now, the network over here on the left is 172.22.34.64. They very conveniently wrote that out for us. That was nice. And the wildcard mask for this is a /20, or the subnet mask is a /27. If you want to convert that to a wildcard mask, I think the easiest way to do it is as follows. You know that it's a /27, and if we look at a subnet mask, /27 means 27 ones followed by 5 zeros. That makes up the mask. When we do a wildcard mask, we reverse the ones and the zeros, so we get an inverse effect. So those 27 ones become zeros, those 5 zeros become ones, and those are the ones that are on the far, far right. So we start counting from the far right back to the left. So we'll do the first 5. So that's 1, 2, 4, 8, 15. If I add those together, you know that's 31, and that's our wildcard mask. We'll do that again on the next one. So hopefully that one stuck, but if not, it's okay. I say that a lot in the next couple of videos. So 64, that is the network ID, and that's 0.0.0.31, right? The destination host is 172.22.34.62. That's where we're going to go to, and that's EQ, and this is for FTP or port 21. So it doesn't matter if we put in FTP or we put in 21. Either one of those is going to work out for us. And we're just going to do FTP because if we put in 21, we won't score any points. All right, let's do the next line. The next line is for ICMP. The whole ICMP toolbox is put together. So this is ping and this is trace route and a whole bunch of other tools that are turned off. And let's go ahead and put that in. So this will be the second line of our same list. So they're tied together with the number 100. And we're going to do another permit, and this time it's ICMP traffic. So now we're looking not at the packet header or segment header right away. We're checking to see if this is ICMP, if it's based in ICMP. Easy enough. All right, source and destination are exactly the same. So we do 172.22.34.64. Wildcard mask is identical. And we're going to the same host. So that's host 172.22.34.62. And there's no port equalization because we're not looking at ports. We're just saying anything that's ICMP based, we're going to allow it, and it's done. Boom. Okay, we just did the 2 lines that they were looking for this particular access list. Everything else will be denied. So if we try, once we apply this, if we were trying to go to the web server on this device on 3462, we wouldn't be able to from PC1 after we apply it. So that's where they get to here. We're just going to do a quick exit. And they say do a show access list. So we'll do that. So show access list. And you can see the access list is created. One thing I do want to point out here, this is a numbered access list. And numbered access lists, you used to not be able to edit them line by line. But now you can. You can see that line, the first line is line 10 and the second line is line 20. And if you haven't edited an access list yet, don't worry, we're going to do that in a future lab. I think we did it in a past lab, but whatever. That one's done. Let's go ahead and post it to interface G0/0. So this one's going to be, we're going to be filtering inbound traffic from that source to this destination. And we're going to put it on G0/0 to look for it. So we'll just do that. So config T, NINT, G0/0. And that's IP access group, right? 100, because that's our number. And we're filtering on inbound. Enter. That part's done. All right, cool. One is done. Let's do the other one. Let's go down here. And let's take a look at the next access list that we're going to write. So that one is in part 2. And in this case, we're going to do a named access list. And we're going to name this access list HTTP_only. So this is an important piece to this. The lines are almost exactly the same. The first line that we're going to add, instead of being for FTP, we're going to filter TCP traffic for web traffic. And the second line is going to be exactly what we did before, but we're just going to use the source network on the right, and it's still going to go to that same server. So this is going to be almost the same thing, except for we do it with a name instead of a number. So starting with this, we'll just do IP access list extended HTTP only. So let's go ahead and start with that. So we'll put that there. Go here, and we'll do IP access list extended. And then we're going to name it HTTP_only. Couple things. Number one, when we do named access lists, since they're not associated with IPv4 or IPv6 exclusively, you have to identify. So is this IPv4 or IPv6? If it's IPv4, just type in IPv4. If it's IPv6, obviously you would do IPv6. Is it standard or extended? I don't know. In this case, it's extended. So we have to put in extended. Once again, there's no number to allude to the fact that it would be IPv4 and extended like we just did with number 100 2 seconds ago. All right, so the first half of the access list is set. The second thing that happens here is config extended extension for named access control list. So we need to now put the rest of the first, essentially what was the first line in, and that's where we start with the permit or deny. So our permits are going to be in. We're going to permit web, and we're going to permit ICMP, just like we did before. So our permit statement is right above my black box here. So we do permit TCP 172.22.34.96. That's the network over here. The wildcard mask associated, that's a /28. /28 is 28 ones and 4 zeros. Flip it. That's 4 ones and 28 zeros. Count those 4 ones up. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. Everybody knows that's 15. That's our source. Easy enough. Let's check our destination. It's the host. Host 172.22.34.62. In case you weren't paying attention, that's right here. That's this line right there. Yeah. And we're going to say this traffic that we're looking for is for www or port 80. We press enter. That line is done. And we go to line 2. And can we get all that in one place? Maybe. Yeah, we can. All right, let's do the next line. The next line, really easy. We don't have to start over with access list because it's named. We do the permit and deny statements individually, line by line. Permit ICMP. This is exactly what we did before. 172.22.34.96, 0.0.0.15. Same source, same destination. Host 172.22.34.62. We do not do a port when we're doing ICMP. We take the whole package of the ICMP toolkit together. We hit enter. We now have an access list that has 2 lines. That's pretty good. There is a implicit deny any at the end of this, so we're pretty much done. So let's do an exit there. And we can do a do show access lists. And you can see both access lists are created. What hasn't happened is G0/1 is not filtering yet, so let's go ahead and do that. int G0/1, and we're going to do IP access group, right? And the name of the access list is http_only, and we're going to filter on the inbound way, right? That is exactly what we have. It's going to go right here. You can see it's exactly what we have here. And we hit enter, and we got 100%, and we've got it working, and everything's good. If you wanted to test anything, you could get to PC1, and we'll just do a quick test on PC1. So PC1, I'm going to just scroll down here. I'm going to do a ping. Oh, I just did a ping to 3498. This is going to fail this time. See, that one fails, as it's supposed to, because we're not allowed to do anything on the right-hand side except for get to FTP and ping the server. So let's ping the server up there, 172.22.34.62. This is going to succeed. And we'll do an FTP from here, and it'll succeed, and then I'm going to stop the lab. That's good. And we'll do FTP 172.22.34.62. And ask for username, Cisco. Password, Cisco. Hey, did I get in? Oh, I did. No, I didn't. Not supported. All right, whatever. At this point, I'm going to go close this out, and I'll see you in the next lab.